Hey everyone, today on Stuff Adam Likes, we're going to be looking at the YubiKey 5CI from Yubico. Before we do that, let's roll the intro. So first of all, what is the YubiKey 5CI? So it is a security key, and what that means is it can be used as a second factor to log into some of your most important online accounts. This particular model has both a USB-C end and a Lightning end. So I got this because I was planning to use it on both my MacBook Pro, which is USB-C only, and on my iPhone 12 Pro, which is Lightning only. YubiKey comes in a lot of different flavors and varieties. This just happens to be the one that I chose based on my use case. So why do you need a security key? So it's no secret that hackers are getting more and more inventive, and there's lots of challenges of data breaches and companies getting hacked all over the place. So before we get into the security key itself, I think of online security as kind of a stages of maturity type of thing. And what I mean by that is, first of all, you need to have your first base covered, which is passwords. So you need to be making sure that you're using unique passwords for all of your online accounts. Why is this the case? Because if a hacker gets hold of one of them, they could then get access to all of your accounts. And it's not an if, it's a when. There is going to be hacks, there's going to be times when inevitably you're going to have your accounts compromised. So the better you can prepare for that inevitability based on having different passwords, the better off you're going to be when that happens. So then you really need a strong password manager. And I like 1Password, but LastPass is also great. There's tons of them out there. They have integrated ones, even with Apple devices, now has their own password manager, but you really need to have that because the only way that you're going to be able to keep track of all of those unique passwords across all of your different accounts is to have some help from technology. You're not going to be able to remember all of them, and if you do, they're probably not secure enough to really make a dent. Okay, so let's get to the actual security key itself and how that fits into the whole equation. So you might have heard of something called multi-factor authentication, and that just means that when you log into an account from typically an unknown device, that service is set up to basically allow you to have a few different ways in order to verify that it is in fact you who is logging into that account. Now, typically, if you only have a password, that is not multi, that's just one, of course. So if a hacker gets it, they get in immediately. Multi, you might be familiar with, is something along the lines of, typically it's like sending a text to your device. So what they're doing there is they're basically verifying that it's you because you have your device. You have your phone, so if it sends a text to you, they know that, okay, this person is actually who they say they are. Now, why is that not always good enough? So on iOS, sometimes it is easy enough where they send you like a 6-digit passcode. You're able to use that pretty straight away to then log into that service. Sometimes messages will even autofill that for you if you're on a linked device. Let's say you have a laptop that also is logged into your Apple ID. That can make things really fast. Where the challenge comes in from a convenience standpoint is really those accounts that require you to use some sort of secondary security app to log into them. And those are typically found in enterprise level security. So you might have that at work, for example, where you are forced to use an authenticator app in order to, again, give a second proof that it is in fact you who is logging in to that account. Again, especially from a new device. So with all that being said, where does the security key fit into that? So it can replace that secondary login method, but it could also just be a third one. And so, something to think about in terms of a very convenient way to avoid having to pull out your phone, use that app. If you have a key, you can use that instead to verify that, yes, whoever is in fact plugging in this key to this computer, of course, they're the only person who could really have this physical key. It's very cool because Google actually did research to find out, well, what is the actual most secure method to log in, and what is kind of hacker proof? And the security key is actually 100% effective because, again, the only crazy circumstance would be the hacker would have to physically steal this physical key and have that, and then be able to log in from a different device. And if that happens, you have a whole different set of problems on your hands at that point, and it's obviously so outside of the realm of normal life that it's not even considered. So Google considers security keys pretty much 100% effective in preventing unauthorized access to your account. So that's really why I would recommend picking up one of these. Again, I would recommend that for really big services where, if someone got into them, you would be screwed. So I'm talking about your Google account. I'm talking about your Dropbox account where you may have secure documents. I'm talking about Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn. So all these sites offer multi-factor authentication for you to be able to, again, offer that secondary proof that, yes, you are in fact who you say you are. So hackers can't get into your accounts because they're not able to verify, they're not able to scan across a security key in order to say, yes, this is in fact me. So that's why this is actually stuff Adam likes, because I think it's a really safe and convenient way to super boost your online security in a very, very quick way. Again, especially for those services that you use every day. I think if your work or another app that you use very frequently requires you to use an authenticator app, the security key is going to become your best friend if you can use that instead of the app. Because for me, it's always a pain to pull it out, to type in the numbers fast enough before they expire, and then the next ones come in. So if your organization offers that, and some of the biggest kind of cloud security and hosting providers like Amazon, AWS, a lot of these folks offer the ability to use a security key instead of an authenticator app. That's where I think this is really cool. That's why I would recommend it for you, and it's definitely worth checking out. So again, they come in a variety of different methods. Some just have NFC where you can just touch the back of your phone. And then again, the USB-C is good for your laptop. So if you're logging in to an account for the first time, or you're resetting your credentials, plugging this into your work laptop or your personal laptop is just super convenient. So totally recommend it, guys. I bought this with my own money. They are not paying me to say any of this. This is just kind of my own advice in terms of a really cool, kind of unique way to instantly boost your online security. So if you have any questions about the YubiKey, I'm happy to answer. Throw them in the comments below. If you have other stuff you'd like me to review, you want my thoughts on, leave that also in the comments below, and I would be happy to put together a review of those things as well. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.